Oh man, this thing sounds wonderful. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to finalize the 9.5. We have fresh spark plugs and a fresh cassette to go along with that, and a phone call. So stay tuned here, guys. We'll hop right into this. All right, boys. I took a little break because we got our next package in for the 9.3 convertible over there. Let's go ahead and remove this. This is going to be real-time action, guys. Real-time action, boys. $300 part, or $300 part for 15-minute repair. It's crazy, huh? Alright guys, this is a good time to also check your valve cover gasket. If you recall, in one of the earlier episodes we did the valve cover gasket, and you can see how nice and dry it is inside, which means we're getting a good seal on the inside, and also the outside is a good seal. So let's go ahead and remove those spark plugs and reinstall some fresh ones. There's the plugs, guys. You can see that they're pretty filthy. All right, boys, these are all pre-gapped. I'm gonna take a little anti-seize to them and reinstall. Just so you guys can see the difference between a new one. These are OEM. These do not appear to be OEM spec, but maybe they're just really freaking old, which could be. Look at the difference. It's amazing. This car's gonna perform so much better. That's a happy engine right there. Let that warm up here for a minute. Stay tuned, boys. Oh man, this thing sounds wonderful. Sounds fantastic. Let's take this thing for a quick ride, guys. All right. Put our climate control on air conditioning because it's pretty hot in here. We got the AC running in this car. Turn my butt warmer off. We don't need those. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys. Just driving it in the neighborhood here, it's already so much better. Air conditioning's nice and cold. 65 degrees and sunny here today, so air conditioning is running nice. This car is freaking sweet for a little farm car that we found this thing sitting on for 2 years. It's put a lot of work into it, but this will conclude the build. I think this thing is really nice and it's running really nice. Just absolutely amazing. It's a really good car. It's got good bones. And we went through all of the typical Saab stuff, the things that give you those Saab stories, and we situated it. We took care of the engine light, we took care of the sump pump and all the seals inside the engine. We took care of the valve cover gasket to make sure that was not leaking. We took care of the PVC system with the check valve. We put a new valve in there to eliminate any further, you know, engine sludge and, you know, pressure, crank pressure. What else did we take care of in this car? Took care of the interior, the leather seat with the stitching. We brought the interior back to life because it was, you know, super dirty in here. And we redid the subframe mounts, the subframe bushings, and all of the engine mounts. That's the proper terminology there. Subframe bushings and engine mounts, torque mount, all of them. They're all brand new. And this thing's nice, man. We charged up the AC. Heated seats work really nice. All the features in the car are working properly. The radio works. None of the pixels are out. All the lights are working. Due to COVID, I couldn't go and get an inspection because everything's shut down. This thing would go through inspection with flying colors. And now that I mentioned that, we also replaced the flex pipe, which is another common Saab problem that we fixed. Leaky pipe. And we situated everything. This thing's beautiful. Beautiful car. And I'm really excited for what's to come on the channel here. We got some things I'm working on. A little bit slow right now. I'm working on buying another car right now. So hopefully in the next week or so I have some updates on that. But stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be doing the upgrade on the 9.3 steering rack. That car, if anybody's ever driven those cars, the steering rack and all that stuff, the way it's built is terrible. But I understand, due to the engineering behind that vehicle and the timing that it was done, you know, some of it all makes sense. So, you know, not going to point too much fingers, but the upgrade will help the body roll and the suspension feeling around turns and steering in general as a whole. So I'm excited for that. And that's the update for today on the 9.5. She's running beautifully. And I would also, last thing to say, venture to say, is that that cassette for the ignition coil there, I would say that based on looking at the spark plugs taking out, based on looking at the old spark plugs, I would say that that cassette is still in working order, because we weren't actually getting a misfire, which typically you get a misfire when those cassettes are going bad. We just got an engine light warning us that it's going bad, but due to the fact that those plugs were just really not that good or in good shape. That's a brake light. I got to replace that light bulb. Based on that, that could be the reason why we got the engine light. So I'm gonna stop rambling. Please like, share, and subscribe. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys next time.